Oh, is Luke here? Is Luke back?
Lucas Monroe.
Or
Mo.
what you call him? Wiener Boy? Is that it?
That's not what it is at all.
What was it?
What, Mr. Wiener?
That's what it was.
That Wiener Boy is not dignified. Mr. Wiener is because that's his last name.
I couldn't remember it. It was so long ago.
Hey, he's back too. So it seems like we're all back, right?
Yeah.
So
I'm just gonna delete this
Why?
So, returning to Player Glad, the battle has ended, and everyone, you're all standing over the corpses of these hobgoblins and goblins that have accosted you. What would you all like to do?
I would like to search the. Fuck, what was her name?
Drunjay?
Yes.
Yeah, sure. Give me a investigation.
While he's doing that, I'm gonna walk over to HO4 and search him.
Also give me an investigation.
I can't move character.
I don't think that's what he asked you.
Well, I have to move.
No, you're not in combat. Like, you can just tell me. We don't need to use the. I'm not like really using them. We don't need to
Fair
use
enough. No.
Balazar, on Drunjay, you find a note. Drogo's putting your hand on the mage.
It's a body.
Putting your hand in the mage's pocket. You recoil in pain as a small bear trap is caught on your hand.
Are we taking 2 damage?
You took 2 damage, yes.
Sweet.
Pocket
What is-
trap?
Yeah, it's a pocket trap.
Can
It's
I read this note?
Huh?
Can I read this note?
Yes. 1 second. I'm fixing Drogo's HP.
I'm gonna walk over and see if any of the corn is like cooked
What?
Popcorn.
for consumption.
I changed out my character sheet.
That's fine.
I'm gonna help Drogos take off the
Bear trap.
bear trap.
All right. So Brock, the corn is so burnt that it has been reduced to almost like a sludge as the corn kernels have burst and the liquid has come forth and almost cooled the fire, but not enough to stop it from just totally reducing it to like this black, disgusting sludge.
Sad.
Very
Popcorn.
sad.
Take a scoop, just scoop it and eat it.
It looked.
Burnt popcorn.
It didn't pop.
Shut your goddamn mouth.
It didn't pop.
I fell for it.
So, Balsar, the note that you find, just reading it, it seems to be orders directly from Darthag to Drunjay about how she is told to leave Wram with a couple other flit leaves of hers and to pretend to be a pregnant woman on a wagon, which it is rumored that you will all be on, in order to spy on you before leading you all into a trap.
Brilliant.
It doesn't really specify from there.
What's
Hey,
his
guys.
handwriting look like?
Take a look at this.
It's very neat.
Also, does he have hands?
No, he doesn't have
He
hands.
has telekinesis, probably. Maybe. I don't know.
It seems to
Low powered death ray.
be, yeah,
Handwriting.
it's very neat. It's like
Upset.
it's like Arial font.
Hmm.
What's your man font?
X
Oh.
writes in Comic Sans. You heard it here first.
Well, I don't think we should travel with the wagon anymore. I think we should grab our shit and go.
Did Ambrose just curse?
Second time.
I think
I've been around you for too much time. Yes.
Very prince-like.
Shit isn't the word, crap.
It's an acronym.
Yes. For
Stand for.
stuff heave in tow.
Stuff that is heavy, in our trespassing. Ah.
Yep.
Amber's just gonna
And do
leave
an
and
intelligence
go
check
grab
to
his
come up with
stuff.
a funny acronym.
All right. Does everyone want to go grab their stuff?
Yeah.
Yep.
So coming back to the tent. It seems that why?
I
Hugh
legit did not mean to
Hugh
do that.
enlarges.
Hugh is so wide.
Bubbly wobbly, big potion.
Bug still has one. Why? Who put him in the fog of war?
I'm not even gonna talk to anyone. I'm just gonna start unpacking our stuff and putting it in the wheelbarrow.
I will help Ambrose.
So-
Balthasar just stand around and watch and make sure no one tries anything.
Yeah, Joker's just watching everyone else. Make sure.
Yeah, as you all start,
anything.
everyone gets curious and goes, Sheldon Mend walks up to you and goes, where's Drunjay? Is everything okay?
She's a
Are
front.
you all
She's
alright?
a front leave.
Dead.
Yes.
Dead. She set up an ambush for us.
Well, are you all okay?
Well, other than the bear trap on my hand, doing great.
That's pretty funny. You want me to get it off?
That'd be appreciated.
All right. And Sheldon Mend, with a sort of deftness in craft, quickly disengages the bear trap and gets off.
Thanks. That was pretty funny.
It was pretty funny. You want it?
Sure.
Here you are, and he hands you a pocket bear trap.
Sweet.
So, at the same time, everyone sort of walks up with him, and just ask what's happened, and Sheldon sort of tells them, like, "Oh, there's an ambush." And so he asked you, he's like, "Oh, what are you all doing next? Are you going to be heading off on your own?"
Yes. I'm afraid.
Oh, well, it shouldn't be too far. Can I see your map again?
Here.
Hmm.
Can everybody please come stand around on a circle? Come to
why
me quickly.
Well, I gotta get my white
Sorry.
mask on.
Going to walk up to Ambrose and ask what the fuck is going on. What's the deal, Ambrose?
Well, just a little group huddle before we go. And also, we need to smell this vapor cube.
Ah, that's a good idea.
Oh, God.
Someone go fetch the horses. Or should we just go do this over by the horses?
It's up to you. We don't have far to go if you'd like to just use it with your friends.
Yeah.
It can make someone quite jittery, and it's not really, I don't think, what we're all in the mood for. The orcs just kind of like nod, like, yeah, but they just want to hang out. Yes.
Did he mark the map?
He looks at it and he says, "Well, you're probably maybe a day away, but with that cube, it shouldn't take you any time in these, with these fields. Maybe half a day's travel, and you'll be there."
Right.
Yes. Do you need anything for your journey? I see you're taking your things. That's no problem. I brought some. We have plenty of food.
Take our barrel of water and ale. We won't be needing that.
Oh, well, okay.
We should all stock up our reserves, though.
Yes, well, take what you need, and we wish you luck. on your journey.
Like
Thank you
those.
for the transportation. Yeah.
That was no problem at all. Thank you for stopping a evildoer from taking my carriage. I thought I knew her quite well. She seemed so nice.
It's Sheldon talking, right?
Yes.
I'm gonna go up to him and give him a platinum piece as a tip for his service.
Oh, are you sure?
You deserved it, mate.
Oh, well, thank you so much. And with that, he walks back to the fire and just the fire pit and just sort of sits down, drinking a cup of coffee.
All right, everyone, gather around. And then Amber's gonna smash the vapor cube on the ground.
Like to take a big whiff.
Take a big whiff now.
Sniff.
Yeah,
Sniff,
do I have to
sniff.
roll the sniff?
No.
All right.
Ow.
I was looking up a gif of that. Damn it.
Check cocaine. Nice. Okay.
All right, we ready to go? I think we're ready to go. Let's go.
It seems we're ready to go. And with that, you make your way. It should be north of the north part of the map, just in case you all wonder.
All right.
I can't move the wheelbarrow.
Why is Hugh so small?
Oh,
I noticed that at the beginning. I just started saying.
oh, he's even smaller now.
I've been making them progressively smaller.
Ambrose is just gonna take off sprinting with his wheelbarrow.
Do we have everything in one, or is it
You can fit everything in one, yeah.
okay?
Like to imagine Ambrose is doing like the thing where it's like with like a shopping cart where he just run and then gets on it.
With a wheelbarrow.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Ultimate.
Do you know what a
balance.
wheelbarrow looks like? You can't.
Yes, I
He's
know.
popping a wheelie the entire
A
time.
reverse.
Yeah, and everything
I know
tips
what a
out.
wheelbarrow looks like.
It doesn't have wheels in the back.
No,
I
no,
mean,
he's doing a
some
wheelie.
have like 3, but this one is like a traditional one. I
He's
guess.
doing a wheelie. He's thrown everything out of the wheelbarrow, and he's now
I
riding.
know what one looks like.
That's not.
Owned,
God.
That's what
God.
it
damn
does work.
Owned.
Oh my God! It's the basilisk.
So, with that, you begin your walk. And can everyone roll an athletics check for me with advantage?
Athletic.
Nice. Okay. Uh,
Speed.
cool. So it seems you're all at a pretty quickened pace. So it takes no time at all. You guys are all pretty much at a very, very quick jog, making your way across this field towards what's marked as camp. And in this time, it's a very open field, and there doesn't seem to be much on the way. You have the occasional cornfield and like tree and all that, like I mentioned, but nothing really severe. And would you like to pass the time with some talking? As it seems to you that you're able to speak with little effort while running. No? Everyone's set or focused?
The sky seems so big here. It's just a big field.
Well, because we haven't really been in a field.
I don't think I've ever been in a field.
The time we fought the elf and the old woman.
Well, yeah, but that was just kind of like a clearing.
Yeah. And so with that, you all just sort of, with little of a word, make off.
Can I look at the sky and predict the weather?
Sure. Roll just a d20 for me. It appears to be perfectly sunny with no irregularities. Though in the future you're not so sure. Seems clear.
Okay.
And hours seem to pass as if they were moments. It's quite strange, the effects that the vapors have. And like it takes maybe like every hour you all become sort of conscious that you're running, because it seems like it's quite strange, the effect. It's like everything becomes very slow, so the act of running in and of itself isn't much effort. You have no need to rest and no need to really eat or drink in that time. Though as you guys go across the field, you notice in the distance there seems to be a lot of tents. These like yurts.
Whoa, hold up.
Darius just stops and looks at the tents, like inspecting them.
Can I tell, like, from this far away how many tents there are?
Your best guess is that it seems to be like a small town's worth.
Ooh. Oh no. I'm going to motion for everyone to kind of like get down and stay low and start quietly making my way up to where I can get a better view of the tents.
Have we finally found that yarn place?
Don't think this is yarn.
Can Ambrose run? Well, are there any like bushes or cover?
It seems to be very clear. You don't really see much in the way of cover.
Can I see like if there are any like people around?
Yeah, you see humans moving about their business.
All right.
Do they
Can
look
I-
suspicious?
Can I see if these humans are armed?
Yeah, sure.
Fuck.
They seem to each have 2 arms, yes.
They are armed.
God damn it.
So,
I'm gonna keep getting close.
yeah.
Ambrose just gonna run
Alright.
towards the tents,
Ambrose, no!
like straight into the camp.
Can
Right.
I make
Oh,
an
there he
effort to
goes.
tackle Ambrose to the ground before he does this?
If you want to. Ambrose, can you also make an athletics check? Ambrose, you're so excited that Balthazar doesn't even tackle you. He runs up to you and you just fall over. Like in the anticipation that he'll tackle you. You just trip on your own feet.
Ambrose.
Or finally here, we can kill the bastard.
Ballister's going to slam his hand over Ambrose's mouth. Shut up for a minute.
Ambrose just gonna hyperventilate because he can't breathe through his nose right now.
Ballister uncovers his mouth, and if he screams, I'm going to punch him in the head.
Alright.
I'm not screaming. They're screaming.
Would everyone else like to walk up to the scuffle?
Yeah.
We don't know how many there are, and we don't know if they're armed. And you want to run into a camp that is housing maybe a battalion.
Just act natural.
They're flint leaves.
I mean, this could be
You-
yarn.
There's only one
Also-
human. It looks like there's mostly humans here too.
Can Ambrose
only
look
one
and see
here.
if they're like flint leaves, or if they're wearing any sort of uniform, or if it's civilian?
Yeah, if you want to make a perception check. See if you can see the nature of this encampment. It appears that everyone seems to be like clothed in these sort of flaxen robes mostly. It seems to be like not a uniform but a cultural outfit. Many people seem to have like ceremonial swords at their hips. And
Robes, they might be cultists, you're right.
Thank you. Okay, let's stay low and try and get a better look at the place.
I remember seeing a play about the heroes had to get into the camp. So they put one of the heroes in chains and pretended like they were bringing them to the camp.
No, you cannot put one of us in chains.
Oh, we can absolutely put Ambrose in chains, though.
I've seen that one.
That is a horrible idea.
Sky Battle. It's called Sky Battle, right?
I think it's Battle in the Sky.
Mm,
Can I roll
Celestial
history?
conflict. Will you kindly shut?
Can I roll history to see to remember the name of the play?
Isn't it like Evil Returns?
I'm pretty sure it
It's
is
fine.
Sky Wars.
it is Sky Wars.
Celestial conflict.
It's
You're
a play.
definitely Sky Wars.
You're aware that theater does exist, and
Theater exists, yeah.
people might have seen it. Yeah, so
Though,
Is
wait,
it
wait, wait, wait.
entirely possible that
In-
all of
In the
names-
play, they put the big guy in the chains.
we're actually all thinking of it's all the same play. The different names are just because of different localizations.
Theater
yeah,
exists.
mine was called Mudmen in the Mud Challenge. So I don't know.
Though,
What was
I'm pretty sure that's an entirely different play.
No. You see, they had the one guy in chains, and then they beat him until it's a whole thing.
I think mine was called Opera and the Phantom. Can't remember.
That doesn't sound real.
Well, demi-planes also don't sound real.
all right. So, one of us could scout ahead with a. We have invisibility potions, right?
Well, your time to shine, bud.
We have one.
Do we really want to use it now?
I mean,
I mean,
he could
Ambrose
just
is-
keep it in a sleeve and then drink it in an emergency.
most-
Coalition. What is? There's no need
hi.
to worry. And an old
Oh,
man walks up.
Hi.
Balasar springs up and tries to
As you all were arguing, an old man walked from the village.
Jurgis just casually puts his hands in his pockets and just waves.
Gets ready.
I've been waiting for you all.
No, that's
Whom
not
the
just that's not
fuck?
suspicious at all.
Who are you?
I think you already know who I am.
Is it him?
Wait, are
Is
you
And
Genghis
the myth, the
Mangus?
legend?
It is I. Now, I'm sorry if I've caused you any trouble. You know, our city and our habits, we tend to move around. For some reason, I knew you all were coming. And please, come with me. We have much to speak about.
Probably
Who are
knew
you?
who we were because everyone told you that we were coming.
Genghis Mangus.
No, it's... Well, come with me.
Yeah.
And he gestures for you to follow him into the village.
Ambrose is gonna look like he's just walking normally, but because he's on drugs, he's going twice as fast.
Like sped up walk animation.
Yeah.
Balasar will follow Genghis Mangus.
Ambrose has 200 ping.
He's just like cutting
Banding all over
everywhere.
the place.
He's rubber banding everywhere.
So, walking into the village, people kind of clear the way for you all, just looking at you, very almost as if you weren't real, like in this sort of shock. And they sort of making their way, they sort of bow their heads a little, and there are whispers from the crowd as he leads you to you're in the middle of the village, which is somewhat bigger than the rest. And he motions for you all to follow him as he enters.
Jurgis enters first.
Yeah.
Very excited.
Balasar will follow him, but I am still deeply confused, so I'm still getting prepared to reach for my sword.
So entering this yurt, you find it to have some sort of small chimenea, as well as a great table, one chair, and what appears to be a workbench. There are tools scattered everywhere, along with weapons and medals. And He says, "Well, I'm sorry I don't have any seats, but I thought this is the best place to talk to you all."
It seems everyone here knows you, like, not just here, but just all around Play Glad. You're very famous.
Well, when you can forge weapons, which few others can, you become somewhat renowned. And
Yeah, sounds about
I've
right.
been becoming very notable lately because my village, we've been moving a lot more. There's something evil is lurking around, and we've been guided to this area.
That
Yeah,
would most
you're
likely be because of a spectator named Darthag.
Guidance has led you right to him.
This
yes,
is
you're
very
very
worrying.
close to him.
I've had visions of a foul creature with a large eye tormenting me.
That would be the spectator.
Yes. And I've had visions of all of you as well.
Really? What did you see about me? Hung?
Ambrose,
I want to know.
I know much and more about you, Mr. Jorgens. For you are you not the and he looks to the rest of you first with sort of side eye. You're the leader of the group, the charismatic, the kind, the noble.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yes.
dear.
And
Ignore his eagerness. He's on drugs, kind of. Vapor cube.
you, Balazar, the stern and suspicious lizard, you won't be needing your sword here, friend, I assure you. He looks at away your hand, sort of like almost at your hip. And the impeccable dwarf Brock. We are going to have a lot to talk about.
I would imagine so.
All for another time soon. And Drogos. Well, all I can say is that's nice to meet you.
Likewise, mate.
And humorous. I think you have found your way to the right direction. So I hope it eases your worries, sir.
Who knows?
And lastly, Mo, I saw you bury that necklace. That was kind of fucked up.
If
He
I find
what?
something, I gotta protect it.
It's just please don't do it again. I imagine it will cause problems.
Balisar is like getting ready to tackle Brock to the floor.
Brock?
No fighting in the war room.
No fighting.
Hey, Brian, can you start combat?
Yeah, can you
No.
start combat?
No fighting.
No fighting in the armory. There will be no conflict in the armory.
There will be no conflict in my village.
Hey, can you make me a cool bow staff? I want a cool bow staff. I mean, I already made my cool. It has octagons on it.
We can
Ambrose,
talk about this
Ambrose.
later.
Just
Deep
wait a
breath.
second, bud.
I am calm. I'm calm. Very
Forgive him.
calm.
I don't think you realize the time, do you? Have any of you looked where the sun is?
We've
On the
all
sun?
kind of
Where?
been in a haze.
Or
but
CZ?
Balisar is gonna stick his head out the door and look at the positioning
Position of the
sun.
sun.
Don't look at the sun. You'll burn your eyes.
It is just now that you notice it is quite dark out at this point. Like
Oh, there is no sun.
I mean, it's like off. It is just almost set.
Oh,
You see, you've been running quite a long time. I've actually prepared yurts for your coming. If that's acceptable.
Oh, but I wanted to fight Darthag.
We will
Yeah.
talk about this.
we'll tackle
Like-
him soon. This
Now-
is one last chance
Darthag,
for us to get
Darthag,
prepared and prepared.
Darthag.
Now,
Ambrose, how much of that vapor cube did you inhale?
A vapor cube.
Oh, dear.
Darthag.
if you
Let's
rest,
just let him talk.
I wish for you all to rest here, maybe for a few days, while we talk, and
Days.
it will feel like mere hours. I assure you, Mr. Ambrose. So actually, one moment, and he looks at you, Ambrose, and he does a twirling motion with his hand before snapping his finger, and the vapor sort of releases itself as you exhale all at once, and you start to calm down. Is that better?
Yes, Mr. Genghis. Mangus.
Mr. Genghis was my father. I'm Mang. Mangus. Oh, it's a dumb name, I know, but you see, that my real name is impronounceable to any and all who hear it or see it. So you see, many different people have found different names for me. And it was unlucky for me that the person who popularized me was a goblin.
Ah,
That'll do it.
Yeah,
I was confused about the name. That confusion has disappeared.
I prefer, well, it's a little mystical, but I've always liked the name Gemini. It's whimsical, wouldn't you say?
Gemini. It fits you so far, even though I've known you for a total of, 20 minutes? 10 minutes? Whatever.
Call me as you will. Well, anyways, I think it's about time you all go to sleep. I figure it must have been quite tiring, your journey so far, and this is a safe place. Now, please feel free to rest. I'm sure many here would like to talk to you, and I have a few outside ready to see you to your huts.
Yeah, thank you.
What was with the bowing as we entered? Is that like a cultural thing, or?
Many have heard what I have had to tell about you, and they are quite shocked that you would be so noble and so powerful. You're all quite inspiring, might I say. Just it gives people hope. And he sort of looks down. Just, I must return to some work now. If you would all see yourselves out, I will be getting back to this. And he motions to his forge. It's like a bigger chimenea, if you know what that looks like. You guys know what a chimenea is?
I do not.
One
How do
second.
you spell it? There you go.
You got it?
Oh, okay.
Oh, that's pretty
I
cool.
see.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't know that was the name of it.
So it's like a bigger chimenea. It's made of some sort of black stone, and it goes up the tube, going up through his the roof of his yurt out. And he motions back to it. There's some hot metal in the fire, and he turns around. I'm here. Do you know what a yurt looks like?
No,
Yeah.
I do not.
So I probably should have asked that.
Is
It
that-
is a
Yeah.
oh,
it's a
that's pretty
bigger
cool.
movable hut. If you press N, you'll probably find the outside. It's a kind of tent. Yeah, there you go.
Oh, okay. A church I used to go to looked just like that.
Mm.
I didn't know that's what it was called.
Well, I guess we'll see you in the morning,
Mm-hmm.
Gemini.
Thank you. And making your way out, there's several people in the same sort of robes, and they all look at you and go, "Well, hello there. I'm sorry, we couldn't have made your entrance a little more grand, but we'd like to see you to your yurts. We have them stationed right over there, and off towards the outskirts of the village, with the doors pointed inwards. There seems to be enough yurts for you all to double up."
Dibs on Brock. Oh wait, I'm not on meth anymore.
That's going
That's
in
going in
quotes.
quotes.
I'm not on meth anymore. Ambrose Jorgensen the third.
Um,
All right, sounds good enough.
Brock.
Gemini chose. I hope you don't mind. He chose your pairings already. He thought it very important.
Oh, all right.
Yes, Ambrose and Brock, you will be in the closest yurt.
Well, there we go.
Humorous, you will be with Mo.
All right.
And
Hey, humorous.
Struggles, you'll be with Balsar.
That's just confirming everyone's suspicions. Let's go.
I got a
Brothers
bone to
together.
pick with you,
Lizard
humorous.
Squad.
I definitely won't do anything in your sleep.
And they bring you, they walk you over maybe 15 yards to your yurts, which are smaller than his, but about as big as everyone else's. And they motion if you'd all like to go in for a rest.
It's incredible that this entire town moves.
Yes, well, I'm sure you'll see it happen. Hopefully, when this is all said and done, it's quite the impressive feat. But we've, it's part of our heritage, and with practice, you can move one of these quite quickly.
Well then, well, thanks again, and I guess
I
we'll
always
see you all in the
imagined the
morning.
tents had legs and they just moved on their own. I guess this is more interesting though.
Well, what that they were, we all can't be so lucky as to have legs. And so entering your yurts, there are bedrolls placed. They seem to be divided, so each person has a half. It's quite obvious which person has what, as the way they've been prepared. Each one in its surroundings, there is a trunk for each of you to store your things. One of them, starting in the Brock and Ambrose room, Brock is on the right, Ambrose is on the left. Ambrose's the cloth seems to be of like a royal finery, much like you remember from your room back in Port Ondo, Ambrose. Brock,
Perfect.
your sleeping area, it almost reminds you of the feeling of the open sea and the kind of bed that you would have slept on as a ship captain. And the smell of salt and the sea almost radiates the air near your side of the room. And then in Humorous and Mo's tent, Mo, your side, the way it is presented, there are candles, these purple candles burning on the floor around in like holders. And your chest within it contains just 15 gold,
Mo instantly pockets that 15 gold and looks around him.
along with a note.
Uh-oh.
And
Mo reads the note.
the note, basically, the gist of what it says is just a little something to tide you over, so we don't have to worry about any sort of urges for theft. Get signed, Gemini.
Mo wants to crumple up the note, spit on it, and throw it in the corner of his tent.
Mm.
So Mo does that.
Mm. The paper, the
Welcome
paper,
to my tent, humorous.
the paper as you spit on it catches fire, but it doesn't burn. But it doesn't burn, and the smell which leaves the air reminds you of your home. Humorous, your side of the tent reminds you of your home. It is decorated in a way which would befit a warrior of your people. The fineries are seem to have been presented in such a way that you can feel comfortable. And there's actually an armor rack on your side, Humorous. And on that armor rack is some splint armor.
What color is the armor? Like, can I?
Uh,
What do I like see with this armor?
It's interesting. The armor on the rack, it seems as if, like, the way it shifts with the light, as if it's both real and not real. And you think to yourself, it's like, a thought comes in your head. What would the perfect armor be?
All right. Is there
And,
anything else on that side?
the standard chest and like the way it's decorated, but that's pretty much it. Yeah. And the armor just it continues to sort of like shift in and out this sort of Vanta black until you've decided, it seems, on how you would like it to present.
All right.
Moving to Balasar and Drogos, your room is probably the most different of the two. Balasar, sand has been spread down on your floor, where Drogo's, yours matches the radiant colors of your home. Balasar, the air is familiar, dry, yet not uncomfortable. And there, you both have chests. Now, there are, it seems like there is a bookshelf that kind of divides the two, not divides, but it's on the wall between the two rooms. It's kind of like half and half. And it just seems like it has what might be interesting to you, too.
Hmm.
Yes, and with that, I think is where we'll end it off. Everyone kind of settling in for the night, as you've all finally made it to Yarns. Thus ends episode part 11, I believe, of All's Fair in Love and Warm.
What were the
What's
notes
the name of
for
this
this session
episode?
called?
Yeah, what are they called?
The gang goes to Genghis.